of relief or frustration?
Yeah, but of both, to be fair. I think we spoke to players long and hard about cup ties and about getting through. That's what they're about, especially certainly in the Carabao and the FA Cup. It's about progressing to the next round. And we asked for a reaction from the weekend. The one thing we already know is with this group, and because I'm the manager, we'll never be given the credit that this is a new group. This is going to be a work in progress. We've had 21 players leave the football club, and we've tried to recruit not as many as that, but we've tried to recruit in numbers. And when you recruit with that urgency and that demeanour, then it's going to take time for the partnerships to gel and things to happen. But I said to the players on Sunday morning, I got a lot of things wrong at Exeter, and I demonstrated on the videos where I got it wrong in team selection and shape and different things. And I said I promised them that we would then play with the intensity and the furore that Rotherham United play, not only under me but under previous managers who have been good here. And so we went back a little bit that tonight, and I think it showed. I think we almost had 30 efforts at goal. It just felt like a bad night for us when they scored. It's a great finish, but it's just 2 huge errors that lead to the goal. But if we hadn't won this game, it would have been totally unfair.
Yeah, that first half really was. Crewe obviously gave them a good go as well, but you could have put the game outside.
Well, the game should have been outside. Credit to the goalkeeper. I think he's had 3 or 4 saves. That if he saves them like every week, he's not going to be a League 2 goalkeeper, is he? He's rode his luck a little bit as well at times. He's spilled a few and they've gone the other side of the post. But I said to the boys, we need to be a little bit more clinical in that and put them in the corners and headers on target and glass across the goal, and rather than place them in the far corner. But I couldn't have been any more delighted. We've gone through. Everyone's off fit. Chris T was cramping up at the end. Sean McWilliams was cramping up. His first real run out for us. So we were able to get a good minutes into certain players tonight.
Yeah, some questions there. I guess you've got the answers, haven't you?
Yeah, we get no injuries. Sean was cramping, and Chris T was cramping just before, and read about his hamstrings and his groin areas, etc. So obviously it's Chrissy. If it had been a league game, I know he's got the heart the size of Big Ben, Chris T, so he'd have stayed out there. But it makes it easier, if you like, as a manager to make a decision. Also makes it easier when you're winning.
Sam Nombe came in for a little bit of criticism from you at the weekend. How did he respond to that?
Well, he was in my office on Sunday. That's how he responded. I love players who have a point to prove, and I say to every player, the chairman says it to me, don't come up to my house and have a glass of wine and talk about what the team's going to do. Just go and walk on the training ground and make it happen. I say to players, don't come in my office and tell me you should be in the starting 11. Go out and have all the coaching staff, myself included, go, you have to play. Some had a bad 2 or 3 days leading up, but I'll tell you what, he then trains at the start of this week. It's a different number. We see him tonight. And when Sam plays like that, Sam starts games for Rotherham United. Yeah,
scoring and setting one up as well. He couldn't have answered anything better, could he?
No, and he's finished a great finish, a brave finish. He's up in between 2 defenders. But it was the other part of his game that I love about Sam Nombe. I hated it when he played against my teams because he never stopped running. He's very quick, he's powerful, he's pacey. He'll miss a chance, but he'll go back in again. He's not frightened. It's a wonderful setup for the winner as well. So, but I think in fairness tonight, we probably should score a lot more. But almost 30 efforts on goal. I think Crewe 2 in the first half, and maybe one. I don't even know it's the second one in the second half because we just camped in the box. I think the referee summed it up at. Where we won at half time, and he said, you've just had 85% possession and you're drawn, so don't look at me. He's right.
Joe Powell himself, he had a good start to the game, didn't he? But do you think he faded a little bit?
He's going to fade, isn't he? He's in the lack of minutes. Powell's one of the most talented boys at the football club. His left foot is a magic wand. We had a young lad here called Ben Pringle a few years ago, and he does a lot of things that Ben does, but Ben was wholly up to speed. We came in with a really good pre-season with him. So we had a few little niggles all the way through pre-season to get the minutes on the pitch was more difficult. But I thought in the first half he hit some wonderful, wonderful passes, some wonderful crosses.
Could you see signs and patterns of the players developing into the side that you want?
Yeah, very much so. It's going to take time. You know, I heard a wily old fox in this league who I think is a brilliant manager, Darren Ferguson. I live local to Darren. I read his words carefully on Sunday, which is, if Peterborough United is a work in progress, we are so far more of a work in progress than that. And but both managers recognise it. I don't really care about Porsche. They have no interest in me unless we play them. All I know is we're a work in progress, but we need to remind ourselves that when we're a work in progress, we still need to churn out wins because this is a real tough League One, and I've said noticing that on many occasions. But the nice thing tonight for the Rotherham fans who turned up, they've seen a performance that they would associate with good times here. They would probably be frustrated as they go that it's not, they can't go 10 minutes from the end, if you like, and go home early and catch all the games. And fair play to the people that travelled up from Crewe. They scored and they had dreams of a great night, and we've all been there. So we hope everyone, home and away fans, gets a safe journey home.
No Joe Bow in the 18 tonight. That's what's this?
Yeah, he had an ankle knock on Saturday. That's why Joe was removed at Exeter. He had an ankle knock. What I spoke to the players a bit as well. We're going to keep a lot of our stuff in house now because it tends to be coming out that when we've got players out, our players in. But we're in positive shape. But we have a tough run of fixtures coming up, and when we're in this little transitional period, we need to make sure we're getting victories.
Any other long terms like to be make it for the weekend?
Oh, we're hopeful. Obviously with Rafferty, we're hopeful with Joe Hung, but at this stage it'll be Thursday, Friday that's the determining factor. What we have to do is see who's fit and looking like they want to play and ready to play and fit to play on Thursday and Friday. And then, as the boys know, the one thing they already know at the Super Club is we'll make mistakes here as a management team, like everyone does. We'll make mistakes as a players, but we'll stick together. But the most important thing is we'll all be honest with each other. They took responsibility for Exeter, but I took the overall responsibility, and people will read about that later in the week when I've already given my word yesterday.
Saturday, you want the New York, and you've mentioned this time and time again, is that you want the New York to be a fortress and to get, the side really up for it. You've got Matt Taylor, the former Rotherham manager, coming here with his Bristol Rovers side. You want to go out there and put on a show, don't you? Yeah,
it's nothing about Matt Taylor, is it? And it's nothing about Steve Evans. It's Rotherham United against Bristol Rovers. I think that's how Matt will approach the game. I see Matt's tenure here is very, he did him brilliantly to keep the football club in the Championship. And then he had a real terrible spate of injuries that went against him. So, and when that happens, it's sometimes you look to the gods. I've had it before, but I'll shake the big man's head before and after it. It'll be a bit Rotherham United against Bristol Rovers. And listen, it's game 2 of a 46 season. Let's look where we all are at 26.